Stunning. AWOL Attorney General Jeff Sessions refuses to bring charges against Pakistani Awan brothers. The Daily Caller investigative journalist Luke Rozaic joined Lou Dobbs to discuss the latest in the Imran Awan Pakistani hacking scandal. Now, Imran Awan worked for Debbie Wasserman Schultz for 13 years since she came into office in 2004 as a Florida representative. Three Pakistani brothers who managed the IT affairs for several Democratic government officials were relieved of their duties in February 2017 on suspicion that they had accessed specific computer networks without permission, also known as hacking. Abid, Imran, and Jamal Awan were barred from computer networks at the House of Representatives in February of 2017. Now, Imran had his court case rescheduled until next month. Imran Awan and his wife, Alvi, reportedly struck a plea deal this week.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz, disgraced information technology aide, is now set to strike a plea deal, apparently, with federal prosecutors. That's right, a plea deal. A hearing has been set for July 3rd following 7 delays in that case over the past 6 months alone. Awan and his wife face conspiracy and bank fraud charges, transferring money from the Congressional Federal Credit Union to Pakistan before trying to flee the country. And joining me now is one of the reporters who has been at the forefront of this story, reporting from the outset. Daily Caller investigative report. Luke Rozaic joins us here tonight. Luke, great to see you. And again, terrific reporting. This case is one of the most frustrating things to witness because it's inexplicable. The delays, the peculiar posture that's been assumed by the prosecutors and the defendants in this case, and the role of the former DNC head, Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Well, here's how you explain it, Lou. This is about rigging the 2016 election. There was a second hack that occurred the same week that the DNC was breached. The same week that WikiLeaks started putting up those DNC emails, the House of Representatives Inspector General briefed authorities that there was this ongoing hack by Pakistanis who the Democrats has hired as IT guys. And ordinarily they would have been arrested on the bat, obviously. But think about it, that Russian narrative that they just decided to start pitching that very week, you know how tenuous it is, how backed by nothing it is. You throw into the mix arrests of Pakistanis hired by Democrats and unvetted for a similar hack at the identical time. The narrative about Russia would have been impossible to secure. And as you know, that's all they care about is the narrative.
Yeah. And what's interesting in this, amongst the many things that are interesting, fascinating, intriguing, and frustrating, is where is the Justice Department now? Why in the world are we hearing about this from Jeff Sessions? Why aren't we hearing about it from a Republican-led Justice Department? And where in the world is Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and how has she been given immunity? Is Awan somehow, has he been in some way co-opted by forces that are dark and sinister in the deep state? What is going on?
What it is that the handling of this case disproves the entire Russian narrative. Democrats don't care about hacking. They don't care about foreign meddling. What they did in this case is decide to knowingly allow the United States government to be hacked by Pakistanis for 6 months until right after the election so that they could peddle a phony Russian narrative. We know that they would go to any lengths to smear Donald Trump with this Russian narrative, but this is worse than we ever could have imagined. What the Democrats did here is treason. They allowed the United States to continuously be hacked by these bad guys so that they could spin this Russian narrative, because you couldn't have it both ways. If they arrested these guys, it's all over the media, and say bye-bye to any Russian narrative. At that point, it just becomes ridiculous for the Democrats. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 10 times, shame on the Democrats for being completely negligent with their IT getting hacked again and again due to their extreme negligence. This is by unvetted Muslims who came over through chain migration. This would have been the October surprise that would have ensured a victory by Donald Trump, and the House of Representatives withheld that knowledge from voters and
Debbie
put
Wasserman
the
Schultz
nation at risk in the process.
And Debbie Wasserman Schultz, at the forefront of it all, as the person who also made it possible, because she was in charge for the Russians, quote unquote, to hack the DNC servers and somehow convince the FBI that they should not bother the DNC with a little matter of national security, like having their servers hacked. Everyone, by the way, when you heard Luke say that they were unvetted, not a single one of the 44 House Democrats who hired these Pakistani IT aides, not a one of them conducted background checks on the folks who were basically running a ghost employee scheme. And we're going to be following it, and I would like, Luke, very much if you would join us here to tell us what's going on with this case. A plea deal. Are they trying once again, they being this government and this administration now in charge of the Justice Department, surely they would not be a party to concealing and putting this thing so deep that it wouldn't see the light of day.
No, they are. The DOJ under Jeff Sessions is covering up a scandal that exposes the entire Russian narrative as a hoax. It is within Jeff Sessions' power to demolish this Russian narrative once and for all, charge the Pakistanis with hacking Congress and exposing Democrats' hypocrisy and negligence. He has a list of witnesses, and his FBI is refusing to interview them. We've got the FBI refusing to accept evidence from witnesses. The evidence in this, they talk about, is it bank fraud, is it this or that? They have all the goods. It's in the server logs. This case is open and shut, and Jeff Sessions is refusing to bring the charges.
Luke Rosiak, thanks for your reporting. Thanks for being with us tonight and shedding more light on this, and come back soon, please.
Alright, so if you'd like to support the channel, do so by clicking the links in the description below. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. And be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below as well, and tell me how you feel about this report. Let's make America great again. I appreciate every single one of you. Peace.